everybody, and welcome back to Skyblocks. Now, of course, I always seem to use that for an intro. Now, I have some bad news. Now, let's just say the bad news is that if you look at my levels, I was about level 23. Well, on the mob spawner, there was an accident. I fell out of the world. So technically now the death count is now at 3. Now since I did not die during an episode, the death count won't pop up. But for the total death count it will read 3. Now on a more positive note, if you come over here, you notice there's a fence gate and you notice that this grass is now spreading. So we're going to be getting animals hopefully soon. So I'm happy with that. Now with today, what I was thinking we could do, after I tell you that I had an encounter with another pig man, and he dropped a gold ingot. Now, there is a quest to get 5 gold ingots, but I need to craft the gold ingots using the nuggets that they drop. So, I'm not going to count that gold ingot to anything. So what I was thinking that we could do is build a cactus farm, so that way then we can get a good supply of dye. Though technically I only need to use the 1. We need to get this wheat farm finished, which only need 2. But I think a cactus farm would really come in handy. And the place that we could put it could be here. So let's see. Cactus doesn't need any water. Then again, maybe we don't need a cactus farm now that I'm looking at it a bit harder. But yeah, there was an incident over there. There was a skeleton with an enchanted bow, a creeper exploded, and well, let's just say boom. Lately, my mushrooms have not been spreading, so what I'm thinking that we will do today is build our lake and all, so that then we can start getting fish. We really need to start doing something here. This third layer is just staying here for no apparent reason. So what I'm thinking is that we turn this whole layer into a lake. And we'll keep the waterfall going. We'll add water to this. But to do so, I'm going to need to ride the elevator down and bring this down a couple of layers, at least. And this is going to then be like floating on top of the water, in a sense. So for that, I'm going to need my cobblestone. And the good news is that I got at least about, I want to say I have 3 stacks. Now look at this. Look at how quickly the grass spreads. Only a few patches left. We should be getting animals shortly. And the reason for this is so that then animals can't fit their little butts through. Hopefully. Because the last thing I need is an animal to creep along the edges of my wall and such. And you see that block right there, that's where the mushrooms are. In case any of you are curious. Now then. I'm going to put up couple of these things, so put up more melons. Yeah, when I died I had that stack of melon. Thank goodness I had it in the emergency stack. Yeah, but there's the gold ingot, and then of course I got 2 gold nuggets now. Still got my enchanted bow that I got a while back. So I got 3 stacks and almost a half a stack. I'm just going to take this 1 stack and I'm going to ride that water down with the elevator technique, and hopefully while we're doing that the trees will grow and we'll get animals spawning and more stuff growing. And you know what? Screw the ladder. Whee! Look at this. Look at how quick things are growing a bit over here. I just can't help myself. I always want to grab more melon because melon is always important. Now it looks like I do have one wheat that is ready. Just going to bust some of the ice. And, yep. Alright. And I only got one seed back from that. That's kind of sucky. So pretty much I just got like not even much of an exchange. Okay, well let's get down there. What technically I'm going to need to do, and it's always dangerous doing it, is I need to pretty much get down there. I need to think if this is going to be like the top layer, we can make it 3 thick, so it needs to be 4 down, and then we can build the floor under it. And that's not going to be easy at all. It's going to involve a lot of cobblestone. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Need some air. So, that's how it's going to be. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I now need to try and fit on this. Okay. Whew. Here's what I'm going to do for safety reasons, so I don't fall off. So I'm going to do that. Now this is just the outer area of the rim, if you will. But I gotta go across all of this with my cobblestone, so that then I can put the water in. Like, it's going to be a giant pool, so in a sense this is my small lake basically. It's going to be at least decent enough for me to fish in. And did I go over one? Yes, I did. So gotta get rid of that one. And now we're gonna turn. So it's not easy doing this. It's always nerve-wracking because I'm staring at the abyss. But on a good note, if I do die in Oblivion, well, let's just say that I respawn at bed. So I think that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to keep continuing. Hope for animals to spawn. Hopefully nothing will spawn along the platform on my way. Okay, so looking at this, yep, now we have to go the opposite way. So we're doing good, folks. We're doing very, very good. Let's just keep trying to get the outline done. Then off camera, I'll be getting cobblestone and really hammering away, putting water in. And I'll show you the small lake and go, ta-da! But yeah, so there's the trapdoor. I think we'll keep those. It is nerve-wracking to do so. And there's our last bit of cobble, so now we gotta walk and hope that we don't run into anything. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm building this outline. No creepers. Just look at how bright this is. Now, I suggest that you keep watching like the Yogscast and Hat Films and such, because very good bunch. Very, very good bunch. I love watching their stuff. I hardly miss it. And watch their charity live stream at thehumblebundle.com//Yogscast. That is really good stuff. It's all for charity. And it all goes to a good cause. You can actually choose which charities you want to go to. You got sliders and such. This is their 3rd year, I believe, of doing this, which is just amazing. And I believe they've already surpassed their previous amount for last year. So they're doing pretty good. And that is an okay size looking tree. I think I had just a bit of a lag spike, but now I'm just going to let this tree decay because I got a butt ton of saplings. We'll go over here, see if anything is... Oh, we almost have it done. Only 3 blocks left that need grass, and then hopefully we can get animals to spawn. Now then, I do need cobble, and I do need to actually cook some of this wood. Get 1 charcoal. I had to use some of my charcoal when I died. I got 3 things of bread, 23 melons. I got 7 apples, believe it or not, so lucky there. I got 42 sugarcane, for crying out loud. I need to start turning some of it into paper, but I need cows, believe it or not. Turn that into wood. That is cooked. Grab that. Throw it in. 37 charcoal. I'm going to grab another stack of cobble, and we're actually going to get back to work. But for safety reasons, we're going to burn all the monsters out. I'm very cranky and angry at them. So another glorious day. They're burning, so we're going to actually quickly head over there before continuing. Come on. Hopefully we'll get animals to start spawning, because seriously, I would love to have some animals spawn. Let's hope that we can get anything useful. I'm wanting iron, mostly. But that's a very rare drop from zombies. Now, if you watch Skyblock I was about to say Sipswell with Shin and Duncan, they lost their bucket and they actually had to keep trying to gather iron from zombies and such. So the only thing I saw was a pair of bones. Well, might not be the best situation, but at least it's bone meal. So, aha, I got more bone meal. Now, on the Polaris channel, which is this huge community where the Oxcast is involved and all that, they recently had a tournament with a game called Chivalry, and it was Deadliest Warrior. I believe it was like a DLC. So it was a continuation, and they had a tournament to see which one's the best. I have yet to actually watch the whole thing. I did watch the qualifications to see who goes up against who, basically, like who's the worst and who's the best and such like that. And I enjoyed it. I feel sorry for Simon. Oh, folks, believe it or not, we can actually complete quest number 7. So, are you ready? Number 7. Make a wheat farm. Done. So now we have all our farms complete now, folks. We can make another thing of bread and such. We can grab this sugarcane. We're doing pretty good now, aren't we? Kind of getting stuck on that ledge. Mushrooms are not doing anything, which is frustrating. Got ourselves another plump tree. So, I'm just quickly gathering up the wood. Now, if it's these big, huge trees, that it's like I always seem to be getting, we'll just ignore them. Now we just gotta hope for animals to spawn, basically. Mostly what I'd be seeking, since now it's all grass, is I wouldn't mind getting some cows. They would be very handy because I need their leather for certain quests. Which is to make some bookcases, but to make books I need leather. Gonna grab my wheat, gonna put that there. As you see, I got over 3 stacks. For crying out loud, of just saplings. Couldn't think for a moment there, folks. I spaced out. And then, come on. There we go. Another thing of bread. gonna leave that space empty because that's for my wheat and such. Now then, let's get back to work. Maybe while we're down there, maybe a cow or something will spawn. If it's a sheep, good. Sadly, the only way I would be able to get wool from a sheep would be to kill it. Give me the apple. Got it. Booyah. Grab some saplings off of the trees and such. We'll hold on to those, though it frightens me to do so. And we're going to get back down to work. And I'm actually going to have my sword out, because you never know what might be beyond the water. Oh, holy crap. That was a bit scary for me. Now then, look, we almost have the outline done. Then we start applying the inside. We gotta build the bottom layer. So it's like that we're making a 4th tier, but this is for the lake. Now, you might think, well, you need to make a small lake, you're making a big lake. Yeah, but it has to start out as a small lake to become a big lake. So technically, in a sense, I'm completing the challenge of making a small lake. Though, I am very nervous about doing this. Sometimes I believe my shift key will actually let go and then I will plummet to my death. And as you look over there, that's my house. And that's my animal spawner. So, alrighty, whether you believe it or not, boom. We need to turn. Oh. You can actually see behind me the waterfall. So yeah. Shin and Duncan actually had a little bit of a fortunate encounter with the lava and the water going straight down and having it turn to cobblestone so they could actually build and play off of that. And I'm like, oh, lucky buggers. Now, I know some people don't really care for Skyblock, and I'm like, well, I like it for one reason. You start off on a small island with hardly anything at all. Anything. And then you make it into something. Look at all that I've accomplished on my island. I have built, basically, these huge platforms and tiers and have expanded out. I make the joke of, I have made an empire, for crying out loud. Alrighty, so we got the outer piece of it. Next up, we're going to now just keep going till we make this into a platform. What I'm going to do now is torch up the corners and such. Hold shift right at that moment because I got a bit nervous. Now, I've been away from the Hypixel server for a bit. I hopped on it last night and was having fun with some of my friends. I am up to 22 wins on that server under Boast Belief. I would love to show it a bit more, but I get the most horrible lag when I try to record it, which then to me isn't all that great. I'm trying to stop that and figure it all out for you guys, so that way then you can get the most pleasurable experience from watching it. Because I want to, in a sense, this is kind of mean, is that I actually want to show you a match where I win, not just die horribly. But you never know how fate can be. Sometimes I actually get trolled. Sometimes people will just dog at me for some odd reason. I don't know if maybe it's because they've seen any of these videos or not, but there you have it. They actually do that to me, and it's upsetting. It's like, you know, these guys are trying to make YouTube videos for fun, and you're ruining the moments and such. Why do that? How would you like it if we came at you and ruined the moment? So you see this chest, I'm actually going to grab all the supplies. I'm going to move the chest. We're going to move it up into the house because this is going to be like a small, like, 3x3 fishing platform. And I think I might turn it into wood. Just so that it's got that iconic effect, you know, like we're on a wooden dock type thing. do need to check out the farm, but as I've said, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I need the chest. Now then, we'll put the completion chest here. Make sure I put everything that needs to be in there. Was 20 ladders, signs, that, the bone meal, jack-o'-lanterns, that. Now, how many torches was it that I had to make? Was 20 torches, so boop. As you see, there's the 20 torches right there. That's the bow I've crafted. I just need to collect 64 arrows, which isn't easy. And there was no wood needed, I believe, in any of this. So, everything is there now. Got a bit more saplings and some apples. Did I make? Yeah, I made the bread. I'm being very forgetful at this point. So, I believe that I will call this a wrap to this episode. Hopefully off camera while I'm doing stuff. Hopefully an animal will spawn, because I do want to split this off into the 3 directions and actually put each individual animal there. I'm going to work on the lake as best as I can. Mind you, I still have other stuff that I do, video-wise and all, and the editing process and such. But I enjoy doing this, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I'm back in the saddle again, apparently, doing these videos. I'm gonna start collecting some more of this wheat. Yay. Look at this. Just look at this. Oh, no you don't. Booyah. Look at that. 8 seeds, 5 wheat. Now we're actually getting an abundance of seeds. That's good, in case we don't get enough. Sugarcane's growing. It's good for paper. And before we sign off, let's see if anything is grown in there. No. Well, folks, there you have it. We've been starting construction on making our small lake. We actually got our wheat farm quest complete, and it is growing nicely and all. Well, nicely and beautifully, I should say. So, stay tuned. We are, I believe, getting close to the end. The hardest thing, I believe, is going to be getting the books and such, and the ender pearls and doing the wool. So, till next time, everybody, I bid you all a good day.